Hello there, everybody. The Lance Armory, and I'm here to talk to you about monthly updates, where I am on current projects as well as future project plans, and to also say thank you everyone for buying Artemis. I've ran into quite a few of y'all with Artemis, and it literally gives me so much dopamine to see all the Artemises out there, and like it just like I'm like, ee! People like my avatar, people wear my avatar, like, and like all the support that everyone's been giving me. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I have been asked to do these videos basically from like more than one person, at least I think like 3 or 4 people have did like told me that they had watched the video, like my monthly update deal, and I was just like, you know, for me that's enough to do it at least once a month. So I'm going to try to do at least once a month, do like update videos, like what I have planned and what I'm currently working on. And this was no different. This is the old Jaeger, one that never is to be released in this current state. There was at one point I had Artemis, and it was just Artemis, and then I was like, let me make a male version. Oh, let's make it two different avatars. Oh, let's make it a couple avatars. So I was like, all right, I'll split them in half. And then I worked on Jaeger for a while, and then I did his feet. I liked his werewolf feet, and then I put his feet on Artemis. And then I slowly also redid her. And after redoing her, I'm like, fuck, that means I have to redo Jaeger. So I had the head and the body on 2 different materials, and this is like really early on. I was like, oh well, I have like, you know, high res head. Kind of find out I don't really need all that much texture space for a head. I thought it was a good idea, but really ultimately isn't. So now I separate like the main body onto one sheet, and then like the claws, the beans, internal mouth stuff, like those are on another material slot, just so they could have like really good detail in those small areas, because I find like those areas I want to have pretty good detail, like, you know, like really good looking claws, really good looking like beans inside the mouth and whatnot. Like I want to have really good detail in there, because it's one of the things I kind of pride myself on doing. I don't really have a sheet telling y'all what I'm actually going to be talking about in this video. I am literally just hello chest. I am literally just winging it. But there are going to be updates to the shark and Artemis. Artemis is going to get a bunch of little hot fixes, a little bit of updates, and some other really cool things that I'm really wanting to do. One of those things being the new raycast thing that's in beta. I don't know if it's on the mainstream deal, but what raycasting does, which I'll probably get back into that here later in the video, as I'm probably going to move to a different spot for the rest of the video. I just really like this location. But yeah, this is Fatal Dark. Let's go over there. I don't know if I'm going to keep this in the video. I might. Yeah, fuck it. I'll keep it in the video. So I'm currently working on Jaeger, updating his texture and getting him put back together so that, you know, like he looks really good. I think this is a good spot. Mainly I just kind of want the lighting. I like the moody lighting of this world. Like this world's really good for like like Dark Souls-esque moods. Yeah. I really need to stop saying and yeah. But the coat, this coat is I not say will probably be on Jaeger. I'm not 100% sure because I do have plans, but not for this release, but for a future release, because I do plan on doing themed avatars with like my main avatars, basically, like kind of how some creators do like Halloween things. Well, this one is planned on, I ain't going to make it Van Helsing. I'm going to do a blacked out werewolf full outfit, but he already kind of has like a Van Helsing deal, but this is like my version, at least the way that I wear them. But I realize I don't really have very many alt fits, so maybe instead of like Artemis's like mistress alt, this can be gentleman's still, I don't know, but it's kind of like punky slash Victorian-esque looking with the entire outfit on. But let me know if you like want this, but I do plan on doing a custom long coat, custom hat, custom vest. Just kind of give you an idea what that looks like. I don't really have pants that match this except for like the biker pants. I was naked, oh no! But yeah, this is my hunter attire, my monster hunter. There we go. So I usually have the fur color on. This is usually about how I wear it. Other than, you know, sometimes I have the hat, which the hat I plan on having the ability to take on and off and whatnot. Like I'd be able to like grab it and like toss it and it would disappear, and then extend my hand out and be able to grab it and then put it back on, or doing it to where I just go like this and like put it back on. I'm not 100% sure on that. So there's that. Like Jaeger is being currently done. I'm working on them, but let's go ahead and talk about Artemis. So we're actually going to turn into Artemis. We're actually going to turn into the new texture that I did for Artemis. Let's lower the exposure. I'm a little bright. So if you've ever played Dark Souls and the Great Wolf diff, I did a basically texture for Artemis to have that look about her. Turn the muzzle off. So I've got to release this texture as its own like texture release. However, when I actually do the update for Artemis, it will be included in the update. So basically it's an extra texture So if you want the texture early, I will be selling it ahead of time. And then once I release the update, I'll take down that deal and then whatnot. I plan on probably doing a sweater dress. I don't really plan on doing any extra clothing. I might do like 1 or 2 like extra clothing deals, because I will be working on her next update, which is going to be the Huntress, like the Huntress deal. So like Jaeger's hunter gear that you saw with like the coat. I'm gonna kind of do like that kind of same thing for Artemis. And this is kind of a maybe. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that. Mainly because the Mistress outfit was originally supposed to be like a hunter-esque, you know, badass, sexy hunter outfit thing. And then it ended up being the Mistress. So it's kind of both, which is where the eye patch comes in and all that jazz. But I also need to fix some clothing and blend shape stuff. Like for instance, the claw, like on the pinky and like one of the fingers. When the claws get longer, they kind of get kind of fucked up. Also, I will be adding a cheek blend shape that actually works, because if you've actually tried to hide the cheek fluff, you'll realize that it is currently broken. I have since fixed it, because I'm also going to do what I'm calling the Old Gods pack. So I'm going to be reintroducing Athena, which Athena was probably my least sold avatar, because it's a manticore, but it was also like early on. But it's going to be using this body and all that jazz. But you know, dragon wings, a scorpion tail, and the big cat blend shape. That, if you haven't realized, there's actually, you can turn Artemis into a big cat. Looks kind of like a mountain lion face. So if you have like a tail, but I also will be re-releasing, because originally this tail used to be 6 tails in one. That's what it used to be. But I had to like take a lot of things away from Artemis. Artemis used to be able to race shades. Artemis used to be able to turn into a bear, a cat, a deer, and a minotaur, or a cow. But I made the face look more minotaur-esque, and like her feet would also change into hooves. And I'm gonna be doing that, but I'm gonna do these in like update packages. But I'm also gonna rename the base FBX slightly different. So it's going to be set up in such a way that you can bring in the new Artemises and kind of like merge them together kind of thing. And maybe some prefabs to like say, like if I'm releasing a new outfit and you want to put it on like your old Artemis that already has everything, that you can actually like change or put that outfit on the old one. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that, because sometimes Armature Link is not the greatest, and also there are some like other issues with that. So I don't really like doing that, because I've been doing that on the shark. So the shark, I'm going to talk about the shark now. So the shark is also going to get kind of the same thing. I'm redoing her titties. I fixed her crotch region, so if you've been doing textures or other crotch, you kind of know the struggle with the, you know, pussy area. So what I did is I fixed the UV and then pulled the UV cut in. So now it's a lot easier to texture, and all the old textures will still work. So if you've already made a texture, you don't have to do anything. The old Substance Painter and all that stuff, they will still work. Like no problems. And I'm also adding a sweater dress, which I'm also going to add the sweater dress to this, because it's a sweater dress I made based off of an edit of a sweater dress that I did for Tabitha. I ended up making a new one and then like texturing it and all that, and I'm like, I really like it. It's meant for Panthros. It has like a tail cutout and like sweater breast portion, because I actually like making clothes make sense. I may or may not be releasing pants separately that are specifically for my bases, because I do plan on making clothes, but they're only going to be fitted to my avatars. They're not going to be fitted to any other avatars. However, I might have other people do it for me, but I'm not going to do it. I don't have the time. I have too many projects. Too many. Like, here's a list of things I have to do. 1, Jaeger. I want Jaeger to be done pretty fast. Jaeger's going to be a while before he's done, but I'm hoping to get him out in maybe a month, in a month's time. However, I have 2 other avatars that are older than Jaeger. Yuko, which is my Kitsune. I need to update her, and I need to update her package because she was released at a point where fizz bones were broken, and so the fizz bone settings that she currently has are kind of but I also want to give her the digigrade. I want to update her face a little bit, and I want to fix her feet to, you know, be digigrade. And like, I want to also, there's going to be a new set of Tsunade tails with new animations, a little bit smaller package. It's not going to be the same one. It's going to be a separate one, and it's going to be like, we'll say like Tsunade tails version 2. There's like little balls that come out of it and all that jazz. And then, in fact, I'm just going to switch into this other avatar. And it's Kami. Kami was supposed to be my first male release, but I have not been happy with him. Like, his current state is kind of semi-broken, because I was trying a bunch of new things, and he was pretty much close to being done. All I had to do is fix... Well, what I really needed to do is redo all of his blend shapes, is what I really needed to do. Kind of find out, because the way I was doing blend shapes was wrong. I used to not use proportional editing. Yeah, proportional editing. Proportional editing is really good to do. So a lot of it is hand sculpted. In fact, most of my avatar stuff is hand sculpted. What? So this is Kami. I gotta refit a lot of his clothes. I need to make him more like his expressions. His face tracking is like, I'm smiling. Like, this is also like the second face tracking or first face tracking that I ever did. So like, my expressions are all kinds of bleh. Because this one and Yuko were made out of the furry base. But I think Kami is pretty good. He's normally red. Mine has a desaturation option on it to turn it black and white. But it currently, like, so you can desaturize the avatar to make it look like this, but this is just by texture. I got rid of that, and this is just my version. So nothing that you see here is the way it will look. However, I can show you the tail thing I'm talking about. Well, that's to turn them off. You can tell I don't really use him a whole lot. All right, tail aggro. That is the new add-on. So when it goes into aggro, balls come out of the end, and then have this, and it's just like. Other than that, it's not really that much different, but there is some rigging things that are going to be changed. Like this tail is not linked to my chest. This was before I started doing it. I'm going to be changing that. So there's a lot of like little things, which also means I have to redo all the animations if I do that. Yeah. Anyways. But I've been having a lot of people ask me like, when is he getting released? When is he getting released? I was like, he will get released when he's done. One of the things I did is I did like an ab flex thing with like rotation constraints, but I really just don't want to even bother with it because like I have to fuck with a couple of things. I might fix it, I might not, but I made him way too customizable and thicknesses and like strengths and whatnot. Like I did give him a bicep flex, so when you do this, they flex, and that is using rotation constraints, not blend shapes or animations. Funny because a lot of things I did on this avatar is something that you see on X from that one skinny cheetah deal, which I think was really funny that we were pretty much doing the same thing around the same time. Like also like the rotation for like the shoulder blades and all that jazz. All right, so I'm gonna pause this.